Tonight, we're going to introduce you to one of the most innovative thinkers of our time. He is a man who has had an enormous impact on our everyday lives. David Kelley is the founder of the Silicon Valley global design firm IDEO.
2 years ago, I think I was watching a clip on 60 Minutes where they interviewed the CEO or director of a design firm called IDEO, which is a design firm that I had known about when I was in college out in California, and they were talking about a lot of their success stems from putting people of different skill sets together, and that sharing ideas in sort of that format helps people get somewhere they couldn't get on their own.
The big thing about design thinking is it allows people to build on the ideas of others. Instead of just having this one thread, you think about it, I come up with an idea and then somebody from somewhere else says, oh, that makes me think we should do this. And then we could do that. And then you get to a place that you just can't get to in one mind.
The key to unlocking creativity at IDEO may be their unorthodox approach to problem solving. They throw a bunch of people with different backgrounds together in a room, doctors, opera singers, and anthropologists, for example, and get them to brainstorm. You got to have a certain culture. You got to have collaboration. You got to have diversity. You got to have an anthropologist and a business person and an engineer and a computer scientist, all of those kinds of...
You got it. That's the hard part, is the cultural thing of having a diverse group of people and having them be good at building on each other's idea.
Kelley now runs a groundbreaking and wildly popular Hasso Plattner Institute of Design at Stanford, the D School.
Okay.
It is recognized as the first program of its kind dedicated to teaching design thinking as a tool for innovation, not just to designers, but to students from all different disciplines. Twice as many Stanford grad students want to take classes as are seats available. The lucky 500 students in the program augment their master's degree studies in business, law, medicine, engineering, and the arts by solving problems collaboratively and creatively and immersing themselves in the methodology Kelley's made famous.
So I saw that interview and I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I'd love to do something like that here at Ridgewood. So school is typically focused on individual performance versus today's workforce, which is often focused on group dynamics and results. And I think that that's an element that we tried to highlight in the design challenge, that we want to try and teach those skills, that success can be found in a group versus on the individual level. So we asked teachers to recommend some leaders. We put them all into a room together and tried this experiment of teaching a little bit about design thinking and asking these people to solve a problem, this time around school culture, in a way that they might not typically solve problems. So a lot of people have asked about the goal of the Leadership Summit. I think that there were two main things that we were talking about. One was clearly about designing a solution to the problem. So we were coming up, the problem we posed was school culture. But really maybe the bigger goal was talking about the process with which we brought students through and administrators through solving that problem. The project started off with us doing a quick little warm-up, asking students to generate as many things as they could think of that fit inside of a circle. But really the main point of that was to get people drawing, which was going to be a challenge that we were going to present later on in the day, and also to get them thinking outside of the box and breaking some rules and establishing that's okay, that there were no rules. We wanted to approach the problem with there were no rules and there was really no failing, so that people felt free enough to try ideas out. That transitioned into really the first step in the process, where we posed the question, asked students to think of, or all participants to think of, a school event that they went to that could have been better. So they reflected on that and then did an interview. So if I was in that, I would be interviewing somebody else about their school experience, and then they were interviewing me. And then we did an additional round where we dug deeper into those concepts and really tried to get after some of the meat of the feelings and emotions. And then from there, we asked students to draw solutions out, sketch solutions out in a group. And then we actually traded ideas. So groups got a solution from somebody else's group, which is again sort of modeling what we see in the workplace, where an idea comes to you, which might not be your own, and you have to work on solving that and continuing and moving that project forward. And then we ended with groups presenting their solutions. And that was really maybe the best part of the day. If we could teach our students to approach problems this way, to see things from a different vantage point, to get a little bit ahead of the curve, and to function in a way that's more succinct with how things operate in the workforce outside of high school, outside of college, that would be a great asset to our students and really could put them in a place that brings a lot of opportunity and success. And those are the things that I think about of how exciting this time is and what we can do about creating something that would teach these types of skills.